And our next presenter is Hussein Elsayed from Fullscript. Hey Hussein, how are you?
Hi, Mike. How's it going?
Oh, it's going really well. It's going really well. Great to
Oh,
have you.
sure. Thanks, Mike. Awesome. So I'm gonna start about talking about how full script experience with Spree, and I'll begin with this by what actually full-script is. So full-script is the industry-leading online dispensary for medical grade nutrition supplements. In another way, we have an online store that we sell uh, most of the nutrition needed and medical supplements that almost needed for all the everyone in maybe day-to-day life, and that can be used also by allopathic practitioners. So in the mission of fullscript was basically to provide a way for both patient and practitioner to have a better experience with their lifestyle. So for patient side, we want to provide them an easy way to get their supplement they need to have a healthier and better lifestyle. And for practitioner, we want to provide them a way to uh, let them focus more on prevention and treatment plans and on patient side of the business, and not to worry a lot about all the logistics and dispensary and supplements fulfillment on the that they need to do for patients. So we give them a platform where they can add their patients to and write prescriptions for them, and also maybe they can fulfill an order for on behalf of of their patients. And also we give the ability for their patients to just go and fulfill their prescription and have all what like they need from supplements from our platform, and it will be delivered to their doorstep. And having this way, we always wanted to cover most of like the business needs that in this market, because we started as a leading online dispensary, and we always want to be in this position. So one of the most challenges we start facing is uh, some practitioners, they use our platform, they love our online dispensary, but some of them, they would like also to have an option that to have their in-office dispensary. And in-office dispensary means they need to like periodically order like relatively larger amounts of like products and store them in their offices. They need to do this in a fast and easy way where they don't consume time, and they also need to have an option to reorder this in shorter time and have like a great experience with delivery, so they always have a stock in their end. And that's also along with the usage of their experience of online dispensary of on their accounts. So the first challenge we had here is we need a way to give them this wholesale experience, and instead of just ordering like limited amount for patients. And like it's totally different in logistic and business perspective if you're ordering as a retail order or fulfilling a wholesale one. So this is when we thought, okay, we need to have this implemented, and we start communicating with Spark Solutions, with Mike and the team, about let's build together this. And we already acquired, like we already had Spree use it. We were using Spree for like since the beginning, and we wanted to have this like more of the features there. So we start building along with Spark Solutions wholesale side of the business, which was using at this point. We started using the newer feature or newer version of Spree, which allows us to like get benefits of the new performance enhancement and new feature, new designs there. And we had like we spent like around 6 or 7 months implementing this side of the business, and then we reached like the deadline, and we had this released, and we already got like very positive feedbacks about having like from practitioner about this experience. And now we come with our next challenge, because after all, we are an e-commerce business. So we were like wanted to have some kind of promotion so we can offer a better experience for patients and better experience for our practitioners as well, to have very cool discounts and very amazing experience with this. And during Cyber Monday, during Black Friday, so we started collecting some business data. What do we need actually? We start contacting with our practitioner. We start contacting with have internal communication with the marketing teams. We start having like some communication with our like the brands and the vendors of our products. And then we came up with a large mattress of different different types of promotions need to be implemented, starting from like order total, the very simple one, you hit this limit, you get 10% discount, to buy one, get one free, buy 10, get one free, or mix and match, or like SKU-based promotions or brand-based promotions. And that was actually something really challenging for us, because having this variety, this unlimited ability of options that we give, or a powerful tool we give to our marketing team to just do whatever they need to give like a better experience, increase the sales, and have let all the parties enjoy this kind of events. So we start also like discussing this with a Spark team, and we start like brainstorming and building a system that give us what we need, with give like a system that we can implement all these type of different promotions and have a great performance as well in the same time. And that was super challenging, to be honest, because after implementing all promotions that needed there with all these kinds, when we start like having an actual testing against like high-load data and larger orders similar to what we have in wholesale, we started having like some performance issue for different reasons, for either like having to rotate all over the active promotions, stuff like that. And we started like working more and more to enhance this performance. And amazingly, on a weekend, we were able to like reduce the time for per request, like maybe to the quarter of the original one, by just simple changes. And that tells how much everyone understand the system and work for it. And another business challenge we had was we, like as an e-commerce, as working in different markets, sometimes like actually most of the time, we always deal with some kind of like other application, some third-party application. And this kind of communication, not always happy, it's not always as green as we hope. Sometimes some like road bumps happening, some network errors or something like this. And for some kind of, in some situations, some kind of business that costs the company money, similar to when you try to contact some tools to calculate taxes for you, and there's some communication happening, or they have like a downtime that results in the business that taxes not calculated, and we ended up to like having to pay for these taxes from our side. And that was actually super tricky thing to have. And we started like working on what needed to be done there. Do we like acquire different? Do we use like a backup system, like different third-party system? But we actually didn't want to do this because we love our partners at the moment. So we decided to build on our end some kind of backup mechanism that we can go to in case there is a downtime. So instead of like always ask this service, what is the tax for this item with this tax code, we start having in our database some kind of like estimation rates on these tax on tax rates per zip code, per like tax category and stuff like that. We start building this, have the basic rates, and we start building a system that actually learn from the future. So when you have an order while the systems are on, we learn from this and save the rates per category, and we use it in the future. So if the system down, we're actually going to go to the backup system we built and get the accurate, like not 100% accurate, but I would say 80% accurate data or accurate rates regarding this matter. And we have a better experience for the customers. And later on, when the systems are back up, we submit the orders there to get an actual rates. And we think then, do we need to refund, to do like a refund to balance that if we capture more, or just we need to even like eat the remaining taxes, for example, and that is much less than having no tax calculations. And all these challenges we're talking about here, it also, like all these changes, all these challenges, it leads up to one conclusion: why we use Spree. And the great answer for this, in my opinion, is Spree is a very powerful framework. It's a very very powerful platform that gives you all the abilities. It has a lot of options you can use, and not more over this, it gives you an open source place, so you can actually customize it to match your business needs. You can go with some situations similar to what we have. We need custom promotions. You just open the code and have this implemented, and it built in a very organized and amazing way that makes these changes. Yeah, it needs some skills, but it's not impossible to do. It's not very time consuming to have, and also gives you some very powerful flexibility on implementing backup systems that you can lean on in case of like something went wrong in your any of third parties or situations. That's from my opinion, it's a very powerful tool. And one more powerful thing, because it's ready, the Spree platform is ready with almost everything that any e-commerce application would need. So it gives you the option that you focus more on your business needs, you focus more on growing your market share, your business, and to worry less about all the hassles you can face or all the challenges you can face in the technology, because Spree offer you everything, and in a good way, in a customizable way that gives you all the powers you need. And speaking of this, because we leaned on such great like platform like Spree, we ended up like in Fullscript, we used Spree, and we were like we actually won the fastest growing startup in 2016, 2017 in Canada. And that gives a lot of hints about how much the tools you choose in the start of the business, it gives you a power to actually grow faster and be like in the lead of the business. And yeah, like in general, like if we're gonna switch the context a little bit here about moving from using just Spree to how actually we use it, we need to talk actually about the teams that we have in Fullscript. So we have the core team, which I'm leading here. The core team is we can call it the e-commerce team, the financial team, that's the technical financial team. We have the product teams that work day to day to implement new features, to enhance the user experience, to give all what the business needs. And this is the major teams of the company. That's what drive the business actually, and that makes them worry less. Spree makes them worry less about all the difficulties they might have, because they need to worry more about the business. We have business teams that have to integrate with like some kind of tools, similar to NetSuite, to have all the orders like organization and like the shipments. They have to deal with warehouses. They have to deal with like background order life cycle. We have the marketing and sales team that focusing a lot. They consume all the time on contact the practitioner, like the current practitioner, to give them the best experience, to know their needs, and add more like features and projects to our roadmap to give them the best experience they need, and also to try to contact more customers or practitioners out there to have them onboarded into this kind of like great experience and platform and grow more. And we have an amazing CS team that's taking care of all the requests coming out from that, like either the practitioner or patients regarding an order or something like, or any experience they might need to change. And with all this amazing team, we moved up to what we have right now. Right now, we have more than 150K registered practitioners in our system, that all of them has around 2 million, more than 2 million patients that using our system like very often to fulfill their prescriptions, to go and buy their supplements, to have a better lifestyle. We fulfill per day almost around 8K retail orders that give us like a revenue on over 1 million per day. And also for wholesale, which is wholesale, if you're talking about wholesale, it's less than 1 year old in our business, and we're still like having 400 wholesale order per day, that on average with 150K revenue per day. That's an amazing result to have in just less than 1 year. That tells it's a lot. We're using very like amazing team, and we have a good communication with different people in like similar to Spark team that can jump here in wherever we need them, and a very solid platform like Spree that allows us to have these numbers out there in no time. And and now we're talking about the stack that allow us to have that leads us to have this result in this short time. We use Ruby on Rails, of course, because it's a very powerful framework and language that can implement everything in a very fast way. We have GraphQL and React that give the best experience to our practitioner and patients in the front end and their business, the product side, to have a fast response, to have interactive experience there. We have like a following that monitor all the things that are going on in the front end. We have Elasticsearch that give amazing experience in whenever you have like you search the catalog or the inventory, you can search by a product name, you can search by SKU, you can search by ingredients even. It gives you a fast response, a very organized things. And with this technology, we need to have also an awesome workflow that matches with all awesomeness we're talking about before, so we can cope with these needs. So we come with like internal guidelines that makes us work this way. We have a duck size pull request that can be reviewed by a lot of people in short time without like consuming days looking at 100 pages of changes. Just make it duck size, make it like 1 or 2 changes per pull request, push it periodically to the production. So we have continuous deployment. We have almost 1 deployment happening every 40 minutes or so per day. We have a QA process. Whenever we have a PR, after review, we need to have a QA. This changes. We have some kind of a large matches that of all the affected areas that we can go through. We have some guidelines to QA every PR. We have a CI that runs against every PR and against the staging deployed to production to make sure that everything is green. We go check on the unit tests. We go check on the syntax. We go check on risk on the changes in the language. We have all this done in the CI to have like more confident to sleep at night without worrying about what we have deployed. And we have end-to-end system that has implemented in cooperation with Spark Solution to have also these major scenarios there. Whenever we have a big deployment, we just run this end-to-end system, make sure that we're not breaking any kind of solutions. We're not only depending on a human going through a matches to QA, we also have everything automated there. Gives us like faster way to reach to our goals to deploy. And yeah, that's like, if we're talking about the core team in general and specifically, that's where we actually deal with parts day to day. We deal with workflow, we deal with the payments, with taxes, with reports that we need to give to our practitioner and to our finance. And that's why me personally and the team like I'm working on, we really appreciate what Spree offer. We know how valuable it is to have this kind of tool onboarded here. And yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you for keeping listening to me.
Yeah, thanks so much, Hussein. Great to have you, and thanks for making time. If you have any questions, anyone, please do share those questions in the chat window on the right-hand side. Thanks so much, Hussein. We'll be moving on to the next speaker. Great to have you, and talk soon.
Thank you. Great. Thanks for having me.